Hey guys, Kenny here. I'm here to review the 1997 horror sequel, Scream 2. And now this one basically has to do with Sydney Prescott, who's now in college now, and she's a theater major, and she's trying to move on with her life and try and get away from what happened in Woodsboro, where she lived. And then Dewey, Deputy Dewey, he's not a police officer in this one now. And this is the one where he has the limp. And I think that was caused when he was stabbed in the back from the first, and that severed a nerve. And that's why he ended up having a limp. So he's there trying to protect Sydney because now there's a new slew of murders happening. And it's like a copycat killer. But it turns out that it's a little bit more complicated than that. And Gail Weathers, played by Courtney Cox, she's now got a she has a book already published, and it was made into a movie, Stab. And she's it's like she's getting a little more publicity because of her book and that movie. But she's now with these new murders happening, she's instead of trying to get fame for herself, she's actually trying to help, which is a good thing because she's not as uh, into she's not all about herself in this one as she was in the first. And Dewey, he has a lot more to do in this than he did in the original, in my opinion. Even though it's not a police officer, he definitely has a lot more to do in the story. And not only protecting Sydney, but uh, he does have a some really he has a good he has some really good scenes in this, and that's one reason why I think he's a fan favorite. And then Randy, he was the one who he talked about the rules in the original, uh, like how to just survive a horror movie, and now this one he talks about how to survive a sequel. Yeah. And Jerry O'Connell is in this, and he plays Cindy's new boyfriend, and he keeps being suspected as being the killer. So, but I'm not gonna point it. I'm not giving anything away. And Timothy Oliphant is in this, and he played it very, very well. I was really pleased with how he played his character. I had no idea he was in this because really tonight, or I started seeing it during the day. Um, oh no, it was a few two about 2 hours ago when I started watching it. That was the first time I ever saw it, and I really, really do like this sequel. It's one of my favorites now. One of my favorite horror sequels. Maybe not of all time, but certainly in um, recent years. Certainly one of the better ones uh, compared to the sequels in this past decade. um, this has, to me, a much more uh, important and not important, but certainly a much deeper story than the original did, in my opinion, because Sydney's trying to cope with what happened in Woodsboro, along with coping with her mom being dead, and she's trying to make her own life in at the college and being a theater major. It's one reason why I think it's a little deeper. and um, Gale has uh, quite a bit more to do in this story, and she really is a character who wants to help. That's why I think she has um, her character is much better in this one than in the first. So Scream 2, this is a great sequel, and I highly recommend this if anyone hasn't seen it, but I'm sure many of you have already seen this, so I highly recommend it. Oh, I didn't do this. I think I would give the first Scream 3.5 stars, and I'll give this one 4 stars. So, stay cool and relax to the movies. Bye.